broke through some black alders to get back to a beaver pond, and I got all my trapping stuff. It was about 0 this morning, and I think it's about 14 now, so it's not that cold, but it was chilly. So this is my first video diary, I suppose, of all the nonsense I get into. This began as an extension of my folks and my family kind of chiding me for some of the strange hobbies I get into. So, living in northern Wisconsin, this is all new to me. I really don't know what I'm doing. I still haven't caught anything with my traps. This is the first year I've trapped, but no shortage of hunting and just being out in the woods. So I hope somebody watches this besides my mom and my wife, who thinks I'm kind of nuts for all this, but it's really pretty out here. It's enjoyable. I'm in sales most of the time, so I'm traveling and going to cities. So doing this kind of thing is my outlet. And I suppose we're calling this what's Karl doing, because that's what everybody often asks. So, touch base again when I get to the beaver pond.
4 years ago, I moved my family to my wife's hometown in northern Wisconsin. In spring of 2021, we purchased 40 acres at the end of a long logging road. And it's become our all-season playground. As soon as we closed on the property, I began cutting and peeling logs for an off-grid cabin, where I, my wife Stacy, my oldest son Anders, daughter Audney, youngest son Håkon, and our golden retriever Osa, and those are all Norwegian names in case you were wondering, we disconnect and take in the North Woods. The cabin took 3 months to build, nearly every weekend, some paternity leave, a week's vacation, and is constructed of local birch, paper and yellow, maple, basswood, ironwood, white pine, ash, and quite a bit of moss for the chinking. Lately, I've been trying my hand at trapping, trying being the operative word for beaver and mink, and taking the family along the trap line whenever they're willing. And nothing on this channel is remotely instructional. For most of these activities, I'm just learning as I go, and mostly want to demonstrate that a guy with a family and a full-time job can tap into a different era if they really want to, and just want to share all that with you. So let's see what's happening back at the beaver pond.
So here's one of my favorite things to do is walk through tag alders. Oh, so much fun. Oh, shit. Yeah, there better be a stack of beef back there. I've arrived at the first pond, and the lodge is right there. I don't know if this is worth it. So I'm gonna shed some layers, and as long as we don't fall through the ice, we're still having fun. So I'm struggling. There's quite a few coyote tracks, and I suspect someone might be in there right now. So I could set a dry land trap. I don't really need to walk this far for a coyote. So that's a bummer. It looks like all these ponds are dried out, and somebody has trapped them in years previous, and there aren't any more beavers. So, shoot. But we got some exercise. We saw some scenery. Oh shit. You can feel the ice when you get on a little pocket of it. I'm trying to stay as close to this greenery as I can. Well, that stinks. Although I bet that's a cozy spot for a family of yotes. So, better luck next time. So I pulled out all of my traps, decided to start from scratch, and it was bitterly cold. Went to an area I had been previously. Hey, dum-dum. You think it's gonna be a little too cold for you? The catch with this place was it was a fairly long walk from where I was parked to where I was planning on trapping. You know, only a mile and a half, but when you're pulling a sled full of traps and walking in snowshoes, breaking trail through a marsh, it's just a bit of a walk when it's not a sure thing. Enjoyable nonetheless. So I feel like this cold weather, it's just a constant extreme of being nearly sweating or freezing cold. It's 7. It was 4 when I left the house, so it's a little bit warmer here. I'm down in a different area. I hope she finds a hare or something. Where's the bird? She doesn't know. All right, we're walking down towards a series of old canals that I know there are beaver in because I saw them in the fall. Hey there. I think her feet are cold. All right, onward. Well, it seems like deer are walking on it, so I'm hoping it's solid enough. I'm about to lose my sled behind me. Hurry! Shit! Like a pro. So now we just have to find where all them beavers are. I know there's a couple dams over there, so I think I'll start walking this way. Trying my darndest to get a hole in here so I can get a conibear down. One of my tree turdies. What do you think, Osa? What are you doing? So here's how brilliant I am. Thought I was in deep water. I got down there and I chopped through the ice right to mud. So took the snowshoes off because I went through here, and I think that's probably indicative of some active beavers. We've got a bank den on that side, a bank den on this side. Wish it wasn't so cold. Which one? Some. Someday I'll catch a beaver. There you go. Record my own demise. Where'd my gloves go? It was so cold, both my
cameras quit on me and missed my going into the water and filling up both my hip boots. So I went back to warm up and changed pace a little bit. I was working on a pair of skis, cross-country skis. And I'm just getting a little fed up with the snowshoes. It's a little slow when you could be cruising along, and I bent up the tips of these just to break through bush more effectively, and in so doing, ended up delaminating a couple parts of it. So just chiseling it out here with an X-Acto knife, and I'm gonna fill it with epoxy just to make sure it's sound before I head back out. I think next weekend I'm gonna try something a little different and use my vehicle as a means to access some bigger bodies of water and break out the chainsaw and cut through some ice that way. So we'll see how it goes.
You put it in the same spot?
On this one.
Did you epoxy the sides?
Yeah.
Oh, missed that.
My room tonight, maybe we can put a tent into my room and she can sleep in her sleeping bag. What about that?
In your tent. I don't know if there's enough room for that.
Yeah. Music. Mom, did you know what I was saying? Paddle. I did. Paddle. 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 Paddle.
So we're headed back to Newwood, and I'm using the Jeep to access some of these ponds that I'm hoping there's something on. I've got Osa with me today, and it's 19 degrees, so it's beautiful and warm. Well, I forgot my ski boots, so no ski glamour shots today, but it's 20 degrees, so it's pretty nice. I've got just some beaver stuff and a short walk to a pond.
It's about 18 inches of snow back there, easily. And the pond is right through there, so not too much further to go. I don't think skis would have been very beneficial. I'm pretty hopeful about this spot, only because I brought some additional equipment so that I'm able to really take my time and think about what I'm doing. And there are two beaver lodges. Hard to see. One of them's right there. The other's a little further out. Here it is. Clearly there's ice. So once I figure out where the water is underneath these things, I think I'm going to cut some bait trees and everything else I need. We've got something I can work with here. Fresh beaver sticks. So these will be laying halfway beneath the ice so that they can come out of their lodge. Got a hard time seeing, it's so white. There you go. Come out underwater, grab a snack, go back in, and they'll do that all winter. Wondering if, yeah, see there's a little opening here. The question becomes, oh look at that. Dang, we're in a lot better situation than days previous, so I'm gonna start going. I think I'm gonna cut out in here and get a bait stick going. Well, there's our hole. So, interesting to see how deep it is. So I'm baiting this first trap. It's called a conibear, a 330, and it's a kill trap. So I think it's the most humane. But after these sticks that the beavers have brought out start to, get mushy over the winter, they see this down there under the ice, and it looks like candy. Actually, tastes kind of fresh. But anyway, I'll show you how I'm going to set this up. So these puppies are a bit like trying to defuse a bomb in cold weather. They're pretty nasty. And you do not want to get caught in them, because guys have gotten caught while their traps are staked in and can't get out and freeze to death. So we're going to try not to do that. I think you got to be getting pretty sloppy if you're trapping yourself in a beaver trap. I say that. Okay, and I got my safety handy. This keeps it from going off once I have it set. It's gorgeous weather. That's one side set. You ever try this? Practice in your yard in the summer. So now we're actually going to set the trap. You always keep an eye on those little clips that are holding it in place. Lest you. There we go, trap is set. Safety is on. This is the trigger. Set it. Green light. Okay. Yep. Almost had it. So if I do this, that's gonna do it. Swings freely. Yeah. Of course, now it's gonna probably pop open. Oh yeah. Oh, that worked beautifully. So now is where we reference our depth. And I marked this stick because you don't want it on the bottom. Come on. So it's about there. So we're gonna do just a short amount here. We'll just sit still. Okay. Okay. Now, just check this again. About like that. So we don't want to go too far with it. Go about like this. My fingers are getting a little cold. He thinks that'll work. And the last thing to do is remove the safety.
there she is hanging down in there. Oh, so leave it. Come on. I want her digging through. This ice here is thin. Hold trap. We're gonna check the depth. Anybody watching who helped me with the cabin knows about these wonderful magic nails. They well, they're terrible. You sneeze on them the wrong way, they bend. Well, that one wasn't so bad. For my next trick, I think I'm going to set this on both sides. I don't have a real compelling reason to inundate this spot with a whole bunch of holes. So what you're planning on is having the beaver step here or here to get this. So first we're going to wire this up. Has to fit in the hole still. So the other camera died again. I think my batteries are old. Here's the other trap, double foot hold. Okay. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Got a kind of a nasty wind front coming in, but this pond is loaded with beavers. I just found an otter toilet. Otters do have toilets. And the second lodge looks like it's active, so rather than finding a new spot to set some more traps, I'm going back to the car, leaving my stuff out on the pond, and I'm gonna set all of my traps here. So, you know, all our eggs in one basket, but it's less work. All right, well, we're back in the car warming up. I've got some venison jerky I made, and Osa's here with me. She wants some jerky. The other cameras died, but there's so much sign on this pond. There's 2 different dams. Both of them have active beavers. I don't think the wolves got them or anything. They're chewing up sticks. Where there's an outlet of the pond, there's a spot where the otters have been cruising through, hopping out onto the snow, and you can see where they were belly sliding. So should be otters. So I have 2 220s, otter traps, or beaver, but we'll do otter. And one more Bridger number 3, I think. So I'll put that down for a beaver at the other lodge, I think. So make hay. There seems to be plenty of animals, so we're just gonna stay here and eat some food and warm up, and then head back out. So see ya. Okay, I'm back at it, heading back in. Take a short clip now because my phone might be dying, but it's starting to get a little. Starting to cool down a little bit. So definitely some weather coming in. We're gonna hurry and try and wrap it up. Here we've got an otter trap through this little and I'm gonna put one more under that ice shelf over there by bridge. I was so excited about this spot. Stacy, the kids, and I, we all piled in the Jeep and decided to enjoy the weather and check things out. It's supposed to get real cold the next couple days, and wanted to check the traps before everything froze solid. Where are we going? Oh, we go check some traps. Checking the traps. It's quite cold. They were blown in, covered up with snow between today and yesterday. So these ones are just gonna have to leave in place. Wait till things thaw out. We'll go check out those ones. There they are. Top of the mountain. You guys look good. My bait fell out of that one. This one's tipped over. So we're gonna find out. Here we go. Woo! What do you guys think? Not only did we get a beaver, we got caught him with both footholds, and it's a dandy. He's probably 40 pounds. What do you think, little girl? Good. Should we take this back to Mom? Hunter's just way over there. So I'm gonna leave this set for when it thaws out a little bit and put it right on the lodge, and we'll come and get that another time. And we'll leave those two. They're frozen in, so we'll come back when it warms up. It's hard work beaver trapping. They're having a blast, even though it's 4 degrees. Got some Arctic Explorers. What do you think, Osa? It's a pretty big beaver. Fantastic. Well, the hard work paid off. So this has been just a completely wild experience. I mean, it's just, you know, you feel like you're stepping back 100 years, and it's been hard. I hadn't known what I'm doing. I still am learning, but got one beaver to show for it. So, whew, real excited. And we'll use that fur for something, and we'll probably try eating it too. This is something I never thought I'd do. It weighs a lot. It's all 40 pounds probably. So, whew, good exercise.